Hey guys, it's Cecilia. I've been up since 4 this morning. I believe it's about 7 a.m. Let me see what time it is. Oh, it's 6:43 a.m. I have been working on my project. I have a few apps that I've been working on, including my own link page. Instead of relying on Linktree, I developed my own, and it turned out nice. Um, I've been working on Spend Smart, a financial tool to save money and curb impulsive spending since last year, 2025. And then Cecilia's Cauldron has always been so since about 2019, but I have developed an app where people can pay for a full birth chart reading. And on the profile side, um, they can get a love compatibility reading for free. They can know their numerology path for free. And what else? Uh, a horoscope for free. But the birth chart reading costs it's like $100. But that's not why I got on here. I I want everybody to know that as we are distracted by social media and the things that distract us from what's really going on in the world. You know, instead of panicking, you know, about Epstein files and the craziness that's going on, with our government right now. You guard your heart, guard your soul, and because um, some things you can't unsee, and you can't. You have to pray that your soul doesn't see something that it can't get rid of. And as far as, the powers that be, or whatever, Illuminati or whatever you want to call it, it's where power is. And where power is where money is. And that is what's controlling our lives right now. The power of money. And that's where they are. That's where the control is. Wherever uh, these these people are, that's where money is, and that's where they are. So be careful what you buy. Support your own, and even some of your own are sellouts. You know, they have sold out for money. So just be careful where you're spending your money and who you're trusting with your money, and save your money. I have been doing some saving myself, something I've never done in my life. I've never saved money, but I see the importance. And I see, rich people used to be broke people. And once you realize what you're doing with your money, and this money is a tool, you end up making better decisions. So just be careful, guys. Um, it's life itself is precious, and God gives us time on this earth long enough to figure out where we went wrong, and we have time to get it right with God. And the pressures of society and its temptations are a lot. You know, you want the big house, the nice car, the beautiful wedding, the beautiful wife, the beautiful husband, the beautiful children, the vacations, the bragging rights, the date nights, and all the stuff you see on Instagram and with these couples and family. That's costly. All that costs money to keep up. You know, uh, these facades. So don't get caught up, in trying to keep up, and take it easy. I study astrology, and as a Libra, as we balance things, you know, we don't let a lot into our peace and into our space. And if you can take anything from me, protect your peace and guard your heart. And that's where I find my peace. I don't need intangible things to find my peace. Um, I don't know where my life partner is right now, but they say the best place to find yourself is in someone's prayers. And I've been praying for anybody and anyone that I may think that may be my life partner, or any somebody that I want not to be distracted by the world's temptations, because they can find themselves caught up, and where they should be, they're not. And where I should be, I'm not. And we are on opposite sides of the world, and we're not together. And that's the scariest part, to know that somebody that God has for you may never find you because they're distracted by other things. And I didn't mean for this video to go so long, but keep the faith. And these topics are not as popular. Slow down if you feel like you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and find out what's really important. If you have kids, lead them in the right direction. It's never too late to break down what kids ought to know. And, help them enjoy life the way we did as 80s babies growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s. Teach them what we did so that they're not making the mistake of rushing life and spending all the time scrolling every day. I set my social media to 1 hour on social media every day. And I might ignore it and stay on a little longer, but no more than an hour or two. So I used to spend countless hours designing online for 15 years. And I didn't realize I was wasting away. I wasn't planning. I wasn't saving. I just spent time just hustling online, the next idea, to make, money to pay bills. And there was no plan in place. So days are looking better. My saving habits are better. So just remember what I said, guys. Save this video. You might need it as a good reminder. And I'll add a scripture at the end of this video.